Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how these block swappers work, kind of the theory behind them. To me anyway, it's not really obvious why they work, why they actually swap back and forth, what's causing that. If you have just two pistons hooked up directly, when you push the button, I don't know how many times you push it, unless you do it real fast, they won't swap back and forth. They'll just sit here like this, so that's not really helpful. If you change the power, the same thing, they just stay like that. So what's different about this that causes it to swap places? And what's happening is the piston, the ones that are pushing the blocks in and out, are actually being powered by two different sources. It may not be immediately obvious where they are, but any of these block swappers, they have to be powered twice. And what I mean by that is this repeater is powering this block, which is powering the piston. That's why it's on right now. When I push the button, that repeater will go off, the block will be unpowered, allowing the torch to come on. And that torch will also affect the piston. So when I go like that, it detects that it's off because the block goes unpowered. A tick later, this torch comes on, and it's powered again. So when the block is unpowered, the piston retracts. A tick later, the torch comes on and pushes it back out. So that piston is getting power both ways, but for a split second when it's unpowered, and that's when it's unpowered when the torch is coming on. If I was to change that to be to start as at unpowered, the repeater being unpowered, watch what happens. It'll change when the button goes off. That's because the torch is coming on at the end of the cycle. See that? The torch comes on at the end of the cycle, and when it comes on, there's a little bit of a delay. Here, the torch is going to come on right when I push the button, and that's what's causing the delay. Now, that's the part of it. So that's happening on both sides here. On this side here, let me take this out of the equation for a second. And so on the left side here, this piston is extended. So when that split second happens and it retracts, it's going to take a second for it to want to push back. This one over here is already retracted, so it doesn't have to take that time to retract. It can just go ahead and push, like so. So hopefully that makes sense. I use the same principle in this corner goofy thing here. If you look at it, oops, sorry. This piston here is being powered by two different sources opposite each other. It's being powered by the redstone dust on top of this block, and that block is powering the piston. And it's also, when the power is inverted, it's being powered by this torch that comes on, this dust here that's going into this block down here, and then that is powering the piston. So, and again, when I push the button, this torch is coming on, so that means that the delay is going to be at the beginning of the cycle, making it faster. So yeah, you want to have that torch, the other torch that's powering the piston, you want to have it come on, you want to have it start off and then come on. That way, let me show you what happens if you do it the other way. If I start with a unpowered repeaters and powered torches, it'll still flop, but it takes a second because it's doing it at the end of the cycle. When the torches come on, the torches are coming on at the end of the button push, that's when it's going to swap. So you want to make sure that it starts powered, the torches are unpowered, and then it'll swap right away. So hopefully that explains how it's happening, and then you guys don't really need to memorize the specific designs. You can design it any way you want. You can put let's do a weird design here. One side in, one side like that. I want to have one side being powered and one side not, so I'm going to run a torch like so. Like I said, the design doesn't really matter. I just want to power it twice and be inverted. Alright, so now it's getting powered one side by this repeater, which is powered, and this repeater, which is unpowered. So when I swap these, theoretically, it should... see if I can just do it right here. It'd help if you put a swappable block there. Alright, let's see what happens when I just push this button here. See, it'll swap back and forth. Since these torches are lit, that's why it's happening at the end of the cycle. So I want to change that to have that the torch is unlit if I want this to go faster, and the way I do that is by inverting it like so, just like that. And then it's just a matter of putting a sticky piston underneath the block you want to move, and it doesn't matter whether it's underneath, on top, or on the side. It's all the same thing. And then you just power that piston like so, and when you hit the button, it'll retract and then go up, just like so. Now if you want to speed this up, the way you do that is you add a little delay circuit in here. Let's see, do I want to do it that way? I need to have it off. I need the off power to go to that. So let's say I could run it in from here. I'm going to take this off signal and then delay it a tick, and then just run it right into that piston. And that way what happens is when you push the button, this torch will go off, unpowering this piston. A split second later, this off signal will turn on and it will repower that piston, pushing it up immediately. So it'll go off, down, up. So you get much faster swapping. Push the button. So there you go. I think that's enough on that topic. And you can design your own block swappers and not have to follow all the designs that I've shown you. So thanks for watching, guys. See you.